again. Hey everyone, welcome to Change That Chit Chats. Where is it? Let me get that. Shoot. Okay, there it is. And let me just share my screen. Share screen. Okay, there it is. All right. Can you guys see my share screen here? All right.
Yes.
So welcome to Change That Chit Chats. Will we be talking about a different emotional intelligence or, a topic that, brings us out of the lower model of the world and come back to, living a more fulfilled and full life, basically. Um, and then there's question and answers. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to share, any insights, that would be amazing. And then we can finish with a little bit of tapping to take it along to the next week.
Sounds fun.
So, yes, and then let's just agree on a few things. Um, by participating, you understand that this is for educational, informational purposes, but does not constitute any medical advice because I'm not a doctor, psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor, or therapist. I'm a coach, and I coach people through the process of tapping, etc., to release emotional wounds. This meeting is being recorded, so by participating, you are giving me the consent to include you in the recording, and I will be putting it up for on the YouTube for others to watch or catch up, or if you want to watch the replay.
Okay.
Um, hmm And let's see, and then so as we talked about, what we do is we have a different topic every time and every session. And I'm planning to do these twice a month. Uh, so we'll talk about different topics of emotional intelligence to create a more fulfilling, joyful life. And then question and answer. Please share your experiences, perspectives, insights, any questions, and together we can create a space of mutual learning and growth. And then we finish with a little bit of tapping for a desired state to move forward for the upcoming week. And you agree to take full responsibility for your own physical, mental, emotional health. Um, and then the next ones, I guess today is the 10th, and then the next one would be on the 24th. And then we have on February 7th. All right, so let's get started. So today's topic is cultivating joy and happiness and how to cultivate more of each in our life. Now, there's a difference between joy and happiness. We usually kind of use it interchangeably. I'm feeling so joyful right now, or I'm happy right now, but there's a difference. There's a slight, subtle difference. Happiness is based on a circumstance. So, like if we get something or somebody says something, um, or say hey, Rena, welcome. We're just getting started, so you're on perfect time. All right, so today's topic is cultivating joy versus wanting happiness. So happiness is based on circumstances, circumstances that like, say we get a new car or, you know, somebody says something nice to us or we achieve something. But joy is an attitude that we carry along and it defies all circumstances. We can be joyful even in suffering. We can still have the attitude of joy. And it's an attitude and a state that we get to choose. Happiness, we can be happy sometimes. We can, sometimes we're not happy, but joy is more subtle. It's an inner state. And the objective is to spend more and more time in the state of joy, right? Okay. But then the most important point here is if our unconscious and our conscious are not in alignment, um, first we cannot sustain that joy. We cannot sustain the happiness, right? So the first thing is if there's some things in our unconsciousness, that is keeping us from being joyful, we need to release those emotional wounds, those emotional events from the past, or how we hold people in our life inside of ourselves. So we need to take care of that inside of us first. And that's what we do with tapping, with other modalities, is we change those events from the past with tapping, with faster EFT, all the different things. So that said, we can give ourselves permission to be happy or joyful right now as we clear those past things. And so, with that said, let's get on to our topic, how to have more joy and happiness in our lives. So, this is like a little mini workshop style um, meeting today. So, if you guys have a little pencil and paper, let's just have some time to write down a few things. All right. All right. You guys ready? Sure. All right. So let's start with making a list of 10 things that you can do right now that will make you happy. And then we choose to do them more often because they bring us to a place of happiness and joy. Did you have a question, Diane?
I can't think of things. I can think of circumstances that make me happy, like my grandson, but 10 things
Hmm.
I can do right now. I'll
Well,
have,
let's see, you could walk on the beach, things like
yeah.
that, right? That bring
Hmm.
more happiness. You
Yeah.
could, like, because you're in Mexico, you could walk on the beach.
Yes.
Let's see, you could, if you're into art, you could do art. You could play music. You can just turn on music and just move with it, dance with it, or just listening to music, things like that.
Good. Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Because that whole emotion is a difficult one for me. So,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
I'll work at that. I've got 5 minutes.
Perfect. Then it's the perfect, yeah, it's the perfect meeting that helps you
Okay.
create a list. Yes. And so I'm
Okay.
going to just start a timer for 5 minutes and we can do some writing. Diane, it could also be certain things that you do with your grandson. Like you can just like do certain, maybe an art activity or like a game or something like that.
He's still a little young for a lot
Oh,
of
hmm.
things, but yes. Yeah, he, well, the whole family brings me joy. They just do. They warm my heart. And so, but yeah, I can think of things and then change people in the circumstance.
Yes.
Yeah, and that'll help deal with some stuff too.
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
Yes. Because it breaks that trance of not joy.
Yes.
Hmm. They say joy is our natural state of being, but there's things that happen that they separate us from that natural state.
Mm.
Mm.
State anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. I think I was muted. Okay, so the next thing is we can do more happy journaling. Just remember, recollect, record all of our happy moments from the past, and just remembering them just brings us back there. Just really vivify them. See them in our minds, hear any words, sounds, feel the feelings, tastes and smells, like really be there as if we're back there again. It's like we're holding time, or that time is just from there, comes back to us currently. So when we do that, it just brings us more happiness, more joy. you know and I have a free group. Every Wednesdays we meet at 9 o'clock same time, and 9 o'clock mountain time. So and you can just go to my website and you'll see a place to register. So we work on that together. Basically, we just kind of work on our own happy journals. Um, but it just gives a accountability, a space to come together and just focus. Because as Diane was saying, life takes over, right? So Yeah.
And when is this happening, Srishti?
I do it every Wednesday at
Wednesdays. Okay, okay.
9 Mountain Time.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I got
So
it.
it's just a group. We just get together. All right, we're here and we just turn the camera off, turn the mic off, and just work on our happy journals.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, change that chit.
So that's it. And yep. Right. So we all need to change our shit.
And you also have this. Also, you have this link on the Mighty, or just on your website. I mean, to
um,
register for the.
let's see. I have it on Mighty. I'll ask Julia to send out some notifications, but you can just go to my website and there
Okay,
you'll find a
I'll
place to
check that
register
out.
for it. Yeah.
ChangeThatChit.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. hmm And you'll see a menu item up there, group work, or you can just go / group dash work. And you'll see, this group's information. You scroll down, there'll be the Happy Journal group. And then below that, there's another group that I do on Fridays where um, it's another accountability group. We just come together and it's like a focus time. It's I call it flow together, where anything we need to finish up, like any tasks that we've been putting aside. Okay, we just come together. Kind of gives an accountability. We all work on our own things, whatever we need to finish. And then at the end, we just like, okay, what did we get done? How was it, etc.
Okay.
So
Sounds perfect.
yeah. Okay, so do more happy journaling. And then choosing not to take part in negative inputs, which could be negative people. And, if we have some family members that we cannot get away from, but then we can choose not to get involved in that negative part of that, right? Because everyone has good parts that we want to connect with. And there's some parts that are like, okay, that's not my business. I'll just kind of stay away from that. There's negative news and also the negative self talk that we have inside, right? So we can perhaps write down a few things that we want to focus less on. And we can take 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I don't know, maybe too much. I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. How do I stop this timer? Oh, time remaining. Nope, that's weird. Okay. My timer got upside down. Timer, how do I start it? Yeah. Right. Let's do like a couple minutes on that. Some things that we can choose not to take part in. Was that enough time for you ladies?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was kind of interesting, right? Because also when we take part in it, then we get in a bad state and we just, that state, like the whole situation gets worse, because if two people take part in it, it just becomes real, right? So we can
But also
choose not to
about
take.
the self-talk, which sometimes I get myself drawn into, and
Yes.
now telling myself from apart, because it was like natural up until this moment when I realized, okay, I can stop this. So it's
Yeah,
also a good point. I
it
marked
is
it
a good
down for
point.
myself.
Definitely.
Hmm.
And what I do is like, soon as I notice, because sometimes we don't notice, it just kind of goes on inside,
Yes,
right? Right? So as soon as I notice, I just say, okay, stop, cancel, clear, or just clear, clear, clear. Just
definitely.
say,
I
just
remember
tell,
this one. Yes.
yeah, and it just stops. And it becomes a habit, as soon as I notice it, because in the past I used to just get all wound up in it and then it just gets worse and worse
Yeah,
and worse. Yes.
absolutely. It's like the trance we know already about this. You just get
Yes.
pulled into, and it's really, yeah. And this technique, literally, we have to train it. This muscle. I
It's a
love this.
muscle.
Stop, cancel, clear.
Yes. And you can even take a sticky note and put it on
Hmm.
your bathroom mirror. Just cancel, 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 stop, cancel, clear, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll do this. I'll
And then
teach
say
this my kids
something.
as well.
Yeah. And then consciously choosing to say something nice to ourselves. Like, I love
Absolutely.
you. You can just, I love you,
Hmm.
and it's okay. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Okay. So the next is focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. And that I heard from Tony Robbins.
Mhm.
Um, so we can focus on why me, all these bad things, why me? Why is it happening to me? Or what do I get to learn from this? What's my lesson? What's the gift? What's the gift of this situation? This event happened. Okay, what was the gift? What did I get to learn? So we can choose what we focus on. And here's the stop, cancel, clear. When the negative brain loop arises, stop, cancel, clear. I'm choosing better thoughts now. So where we put our focus on, what we choose to focus on. Yeah. Any other insights on that? Any of you?
Not so much on this, but on the previous conversation with the negative self thoughts and talk
Yeah.
and stuff. I can't remember if it was in this group or somewhere. I can't remember again how many thoughts people in general have per day and how they
Yes.
would have ever counted. I don't know. But something like 85 or 90% of them are the same ones every day.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that, I thought, how could that be? But then I find myself when I go for my walks, it's the loop playing, and I do think the same things day after day. And so if it's negative or if I'm PO'd at, then that same reel plays over and over in the thoughts and the feelings, and then it's like a groove in a record, right? The groove just gets deeper and deeper. And that's the whole thing about the tapping is we want to change the grooves. But as long as I'm doing the same thinking, the same negative self-talk or negative other
Exactly.
person thought, then
Yes.
I'm just digging that hole. And it's amazing that we have these 90,000 thoughts that are exactly the same day after day after day.
Isn't it crazy? Yeah. I call it the Grand Canyon.
Oh, get lost.
I know it just keeps going deeper and deeper, right? When it started, it was like way up there, right?
Yeah,
And the river just goes through and just gets deeper and deeper and deeper and crazier and crazier.
yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So we have to scratching that record and get out of that rut.
Yes, exactly. Out of the
Yeah.
groove.
Yes. Out of the groove. Yes. So as soon as we notice, it's just like cancel, cancel, cancel. let's think about something nicer, something better. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm choosing better thoughts now. Or what else I do, you can just do cancel, 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 and asking ourselves three positive what if questions. Like, what if, um, say if I was thinking about a certain specific person, oh, what if they're just hurt themselves? What if I can choose to
Mm.
get out of that, right? Just depending on the situation. What if I can choose a better thought right now? What if I can choose to be, what if I can choose to create peace? Yeah. And yeah, all it takes is three positive what if questions, and you can ask yourself as many, but just three opposite, whatever the situation is, and we can choose to get out of that groove. Yeah, and that
Yeah,
helps a lot, certainly.
that's a good suggestion. I'll
Hmm.
have to reread notes to remember to do these things because when I get caught
Yeah,
in it, I don't remember uh, the healing. I don't always remember how to heal.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. And I have sticky notes saying "what if" on my bathroom mirror. That's literally
Yeah.
because, yeah, because we get caught up in it and we don't remember, right? So I go to the bathroom and I see it. What if? Okay, you know. And the more we see it, then wherever we are, we'll remember it. It becomes part of our unconscious programming. Okay, yes, I'm gonna ask myself what if
Hmm.
questions.
Yeah.
And you just
Yeah,
go with this. What if, or stop,
yeah,
cancel, clear, right? You just go with this
yeah.
keywords, and then your mind
Keywords.
brings the whole learning behind.
Hmm.
Keywords turn into an affirmation. Stop, cancel, clear, what if? you know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
the more we like say it, it becomes, it just kind of becomes embodied, and then we remember it in those times when we need it.
Yeah. I used
right.
to struggle with depression. And
Mm.
so I had to make lists of things when I was feeling better, lists of things that I could do to help myself in that state. And I had it on my fridge because when you're in that
Yeah.
state, you can't remember. You
No, you
just don't.
can't.
You just
Exactly. And that was the first thing we did. We made a list of 10 things that brings us,
Mhm.
bring us, brings us more happiness and joy.
And that'll be good for me to look at when I don't have the same struggles, but yeah, it's still good to look at and go, oh,
It
but just
is.
sometimes like just the feeling of, oh, yeah, remember when, and we have, because now everything is so easy. So there's pictures and there's videos and there's, life is just so much easier. We didn't, even 10 years ago, these things didn't exist. Not as
Yes.
not as shareable as now. So on WhatsApp,
Yes.
we get little videos of our grandson a couple times a week, maybe. So I can
Yeah.
just revisit them and it brings the same joy, happiness, and it's like, oh, he's so handsome. He's so cute. Oh, look how smart he is. But that's the
Absolutely.
good loop. Those are the loops I want to have going
The
on.
good loop, yes. Yes, exactly. And when those thoughts come up, just pull up the picture of your grandson, or the videos, and
Yeah.
that just cancels that groove right away.
Oh, it does. It takes me to a whole different place. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. All right, let's see what's next. Asking ourselves better questions. Um, and that also includes the what if questions, right? But, we can wake up in the morning and ask ourselves, what might be great about today? Why is it going to be an awesome day today? And you see, it's like instead of just saying, oh, it's going to be an awesome day today, why is it going to be an awesome day today? How will I have fun today? What will I learn today? How will I live a better life today? How will I make a better connection today? How will I have a connective relationship today with anybody, whoever it is with? How can I be more connective? How can I, things like that, asking those better questions. And those could be questions. We wake up in the morning, you can just have something by your bedside. You just look at it every morning.
I know that you have your PowerPoint or whatever you have this on. Is it going to be available so that I don't have to write all this stuff down? Could I?
Yeah, actually, I have my Substack, which is a place I, put my articles and stuff on.
Okay.
Uh, Let me just put it in the chat here.
Because I'd
Or
like to
actually,
have this just to wake up and then look at this. Because
yes,
once again, I'm not going to remember all of this. And if I
yes,
just have this to look at and I go, oh, yeah, because I
yeah. So I
often
have
do
an
it through.
article that has all these points and it has even a few more.
Perfect.
Um, so let me just pull it up here. Oh, I know what's going on because I have my thing open. You just pull it up here and let me get the link for you. Okay, it's ChangeThatChit.substack.com. So same as my website, ChangeThatChit dot
Yeah,
Substack, substack.com. And if you
perfect.
go to that, there's articles, and I think the second one from top is cultivating joy versus wanting happiness. So it has all those points as well. So you can read those and print them out and have them in front of you.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Right. You're welcome, of course. Yeah. And you can subscribe to it. So whenever I have a new article, you will just get it in your email.
Okay. Sounds
Okay,
good.
cool. Yes. All right. Feeding our brains the right messages. Okay. And then flow state. As I was talking, I have a flow state group as well on Friday mornings. But flow state is just when we get immersed in something that is our thing, that we can get lost in. And, then all those bad things just go away, all those talks, the self-talks and stuff, just getting submerged in art or music or work that brings you joy or playing with your grandson, family, things like that. Something that we can just get immersed in, that time flies by, that we lose track of time, you know, things like that. Yeah. Because, we can get immersed in our bad talk and, remembering that bad past event or just, like they did this to me and, all that stuff. Yeah, I know all about that. I can get submerged in those too. But, when we can immerse ourselves in something that we can be in that flow state, that everything else just goes away, that is so healing, something that we just love so much that I feel like, that brings us meaning. So write down take 2 minutes. Let's take 2 minutes to write down where is your flow state? What brings you that state of flow? All right. Did you discover some new states that you knew things that you didn't consciously remember perhaps that bring you that flow state, or you have a good list?
I remembered I enjoy taking pictures and like I can do pictures of people, of passers-by, but if I catch some states while photographing, I don't know, maybe birds or but people usually, then it's a cool thing to look at the person and just think of what their life is like, kind of. And I get
Mhm.
myself drawn into this space. It's literally like, um, and same about, I mean, I think it's about photography. I should really get back to that. I really
Yes.
liked it and did some many years ago. And yes, this is now a point for me to return to, which I forgot about actually.
Yes,
Good for you.
definitely. Yes. That's a beautiful, yeah, definitely photography. That would be amazing. Yeah, yeah. And I like that, you get drawn into that person's life and wonder about them and yeah.
Yes, and when there is this interesting thing when even if you watch a leaf or just sitting on the bench in the park and there is this tree in front of you and you tell yourself, I'm looking at this tree for the first time. And then, as if an alien, you're trying to give meaning to what you see. I mean, you kind of have to erase about this and approach the thing or the scenery or the person as if for the first time. And it's a really
Yes.
drawing into process. And you start noticing like all these forms and uh, being curious like a baby seeing something for the first time. And
Yes.
this is happening with people, especially when, and then I can maybe not just photographing them, but watching, a child with probably a parent. And I'm always thinking, okay, so much resemblance with mom. And if it's a family, I like watching the family and catching the similarities. And
Yes.
so,
Definitely.
yeah, I like watching people.
Love it. Love it. Yes. How about you, Diane?
Um, Quite the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I get into a flow state is organizing.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
definitely.
kind of the opposite of, well, maybe I have a little bit of creativity, but my brain works. I like numbers and I like organizing and I like order and I like consistencies and
Yes.
um, but yeah, one of the things that I do really enjoy is I'll go into a drawer or a cupboard or something and I can spend hours organizing and finding ways that is most efficient to get things into and out of and easy. And it's, yeah,
Yes.
I like cleaning and organizing.
That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's the beautiful part about being human, of us human as people, because we all can find so many different, outlets, and we are all so different in so many ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but drawing or art, never been my thing. I love dancing.
Yeah.
So I put on
Yeah.
music here sometimes. And
Oh, there
um,
you go.
unfortunately, Wednesdays at 10, which is 9 your time, is when we have our dance class that I take
Oh,
every
good. That's
Wednesday.
really great. Well,
But
that's like your happy journal. That's you doing your
my
things
happy
that
journal,
make you
yes,
happy.
yeah.
Yes.
I do that. And yeah. But
Yeah.
photography is something I really find interesting, but I haven't worked at perfecting pictures. Like sometimes you see a picture of just a leaf or just a man standing and looking at something or a woman, and you think,
Yeah.
wow, that's beautiful. But when I take a picture, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily what I would ever call beautiful. It's,
Yeah.
something that, okay, yes, that represents whatever, but it's not striking.
Yes. Yeah. That's interesting. So interesting. Yeah. So, and that's what makes us like, I don't know, like if we were all the same, life wouldn't be
Um,
as fun, you know? That's
beige.
because we're all, yeah, we're all special and in our own way. And we, and then we can contribute towards each other,
Well, that's
share that
very,
with each other.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
share our gifts.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. All right. So that was the flow state. Okay, you guys can see the screen, right?
Yes.
All
Mhm.
right. Okay, so then planning long term about making good choices and looking after our health, which brings us more happiness too, because if we feel good, we'll feel happy. If our body feels good, getting some sunshine, choosing to eat better food, right foods, we feel healthier and we feel happier. And it produces happy hormones. It regulates our brain, giving the brain the direction that it's important for us to be happy and healthy. So make a plan for today. What will you feed your body? And how will you move your body today? What would you do that's
Mhm.
good for you today? Yeah, so let's take a couple
So
minutes.
setting the intention, right?
Setting the
It's really about
intention.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Because if we go in and then it's like, okay, yeah, I'll just kind of, but if we set an intention, okay, I'm going to exercise for, this long, this is what I'm going to
Mhm.
eat. So yeah, let's just write down a few things that we'll do today that will set the intention for make ourselves feel happier and healthier.
And is it important to set this in a question format so that then we reply out loud, kind of also to be an auditory and also,
Really, I think that would be even better.
is
So give
this,
me an example.
yeah, I mean, if I wake up and I say, how much time will I exercise today? And then I go,
Yeah.
okay, let me do it 15 minutes today. I mean, and if I hear my voice, it's kind of, echoing when I go to, I know already to the kitchen to put my coffee. I say, okay, but I said I'll have it 15 minutes. So I can kind of be in this duo with myself and the echoing of my answer out loud. I'll catch it because I'm really lazy at doing exercises in the morning. And it's already high time I started many years ago. And now I think this is going to help me. I pray God.
Yeah, I like that. Put it in the question form. I think that's a great idea. Yes.
Okay.
And then
So
always
rather than
asking in mhm. Always
Yes,
asking in
rather
the
than
positive.
setting, I will do
Yeah.
the in the statement mode, which is we are used to affirmations and all of that. But that's going to make me comfortable for because I just answered that question and I need to honor myself from both sides.
Yes, I like that. And then also, if we are just telling ourselves, okay, I'm going to exercise 15 minutes, that's kind of like giving a command to the subconscious mind. And the
Also,
subconscious
that
mind's like,
one.
no way,
So
I'm
both
not,
ways would
you
work,
know,
right?
both ways would
Both
work.
ways would
Yes.
work. Hmm.
Yeah. But if there's
Okay.
like any objection in the unconscious mind, then the unconscious mind's like, no, I'm not. But if you ask the question, how long would I exercise today? It's like, okay, I'll do 15 minutes, then we
Yeah.
can talk
And
our
there is this also
subconscious mind.
hidden, it's a very slight command. It's in a hidden form because it says already how much. So I'm slipping in the answer. It must be with a
Yes,
figure, with a number, not would you like to? So I skip that
yes,
one and I just go straight to what I need. And then if I hear that number, yeah, okay.
I like that. Yes, definitely. That's a great idea. All right. And then also the brain, unconscious mind doesn't hear a no. Like if you ask,
Mhm.
oh, I'm not gonna sit around today, it doesn't hear that. It doesn't know the meaning of no and not. It's acting in the
Yes, right.
positive. Yes. Okay. We good on that? I'm just gonna stop
Mhm.
the timer then. And let's go to the next point. Eat the frog first,
Mm.
which means which means tackle the tough stuff first. Like, because when we can have those tasks that, all day long, it's like, oh yeah, I have to do this, I have to do this all day long. Just do that hard thing first. When we get that big thing done, then we can just have the rest of the day to spend more time in doing those joyful, happy things. So just that big thing that's been like nagging us, or it's like, oh yeah, I have to do this, I have to do this, and we can keep procrastinating. No, let's just eat that frog first.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes. So what is
I should
something
get
that,
a frog
yeah,
right when I wake up,
yeah,
and
right.
just remember that I need to start with this one. Yeah.
Yes. So what are some things that we've been putting off that we need to tackle? It could be, it doesn't all have to be done today, but like, in every day, it's like eat that frog first. So let's take a couple minutes to write that down and just let me know if you're done. Then we can just move on to the next slide.
Mhm.
I'm done whenever.
Yeah, great.
Me too.
All right, good. I'm gonna just stop this timer here and let's go into the next one. Yeah, I found some couple things. It's like, okay, yeah, I should really work on that and get that done with. So feels good just to write it down that, okay, I'm gonna finish that first. All right. Tackle the hard conversations right away. Like, because sometimes we can just like, okay, I need to really talk to this person about this, but we keep putting it away. And then we keep ruminating over them. So we can take a little time to write those down. What are the tough conversations we need to have? And who do we need to have it? It could be like with a boss, or it could be with a partner, it could be with a child that we need to like really talk about them and we keep putting those away. So having those hard conversation first so we can make room for more connection because when there's that thing that we need to talk about but we're not facing that, then everything else becomes hard. So yeah. Okay. One thing I came up with was having that hard conversation with ourselves. Because sometimes we don't want to look at our own emotion, right? Like, I'm not gonna, we just keep, like keep busying ourselves in work or this or that, but just
Yes, same thought.
really, yeah,
Sometimes this is even more important.
yes, I think that's the most important.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Next one
Mm.
is laughing. You know that you're going to look back at this one event, something that happened, and which is like seems like so difficult, and all that stuff. But 10 years from now, we're going to look back at it and laugh at it, right? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now, right? So why not just laugh about it right now, right? And that's a defrag. We just laugh about it, and it's not as bad anymore. It's like, okay, I could just laugh about it. It's like, so what, so we can just laugh about it. So what is something that it just seems like so big right now and so looming, like seems like a giant frog in our throat, something that we can just laugh about and, you know, have it not so big anymore. It's just, we can write about it a couple of minutes if something that comes up you can think of. All right. Looks like Rena found a lot to laugh about, which is a good thing.
Actually, this is such a good one now. I'm
It
thinking
is.
how to make this a reminder. Maybe, start with make a cross on my palm or just wear a specific uh, bracelet or something. Because my kids now, they are 11 and 9, my son and my daughter, and they tend to be quite, come into these arguments when they try both to prove they are right. And to me, listening to this long conversation is sometimes, and the voices, pitches, rise and all. And normally my is or my trance is, I'm gonna get involved and be the referee and bring
Yes.
the peace. But now, and I understand, I tell myself after the event is consumed that, oh, I wish I didn't get involved again. So now I'm telling myself, get a good laugh when the kids argue about this or that, and watch the negotiators behind, because they both are trying to negotiate their own truth, their own point of view, and just laugh with this and see where this goes. So I really need this one to make this a habit of mine, because and now with a long
Yeah,
vacation, we had the 3 weeks winter break here, and I had a lot of it. So I could laugh about this one for sure. I need this good laugh.
definitely. I don't know, when you were talking about bracelet or writing on your hand, what came to my mind was like, kids have those little bracelet making kits, and they have little letters in them.
Yes,
So
yes.
like make one that has like laugh, the word laugh.
Laugh.
Like you can
I
look at it
like
all the
this one.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my daughter has those. Yes, I'll get one.
I, I like it too. I know 9-year-old girls, they always have those things, right? The
Yes,
bracelet
and they're
kits and
so,
stuff.
so, I mean, if I don't ask them a little bit quieter, or at least put it, and I say, let's agree to disagree. No, I don't like that one. I know I'm right. I say, okay, but this is forever. We have to come to an end.
Yes, totally. Yes,
Hmm. That's a good one.
that is a good one. I like that a lot. Definitely. Yeah, if only we could remember that in the time. But like, oh, definitely, I like that idea of just writing it down, making a bracelet, and or even like the sticky note, laugh,
Yes. Yeah,
and
yeah.
that just becomes more conscious. The more we look at it, the more we think of
Oh,
it.
absolutely. We need these hints, here and there, these little,
Reminders,
yes, helping out tools, because as Diane said, it's just that, as with depression and all, you're in it, and then when you wake up, it's already consumed. It's 5 minutes after. I say, oh my
yes.
gosh, again.
Then we remember. No, I agree totally.
And I
The
like
little
what
reminders.
Robert says, remember to remember. I want
Hmm.
to remember, and how.
Remember to remember. I like that. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. All right. The next one is giving back. Whatever we're
Mm,
good at, whatever our skill or talent is, and as we were talking about, we all have our own skills and talents, right?
mhm,
Contribute.
mm.
Like Diane could, show or share her gift of organizing, how to make it efficient,
Yes,
and
yes.
like Rena could
I'd
give,
need that. I'd need
yeah, I
that.
could, I could
I'm
use
not
that,
good at
right?
all. I'm a mess.
Yeah, definitely. So if we can all contribute, and that brings us, the joy, of like contributing.
Yeah,
Yeah, because when
absolutely.
we
And
can
then this
share,
gives the sense of belonging to the community, to the bigger group. And then,
it
yeah,
does.
it's about bonding.
Yeah, brings meaning to our life, bonding,
Hmm.
belonging. Yes.
Absolutely.
So
It's
what
about the
are
meaning, right?
exactly? So let's write down what are some things that we could share, we could give to others.
Mhm. And this fills you up with joy, right?
Yes.
Seeing that something that you are good at, like I know you're painting, right? And
Yeah.
seeing your painting on someone's wall, because I tried myself also. I did do some courses. Every time I'm a beginner, because some years go by and then I go back to, um, and
Oh,
then
you're
even
photographer.
yes, but also I did some painting as well. So, but and eventually one of the paintings, a friend of mine, her mom was visiting, and she said, "I like this one," and I gave it with a copy. I gave it some printing shop, and she said, "I'm taking it to Colombia," and to me that was,
Oh,
oh my God, I just participated into making this world a more beautiful, prettier place. So it's warming your heart. So I just can't imagine your joy when you see your little, babies going somewhere and growing, like, a tree, a planted seed, and then it's just bringing joy to that other family.
absolutely.
Or so,
Yeah,
yes, this is
definitely.
literally something very, very fulfilling, to give something from you.
Yes, it is. Yes. So let's write down a few things that we can give and
Mm-hmm.
contribute because it's definitely it brings meaning to us as
Mm-hmm.
humans. Hmm. Also, our words are gifts too. Like when we express our gratitude, compliment somebody, that's our gift that we can give to somebody.
And also active listening, giving yourself this, giving your space to someone. You don't need specifically to say something, but just being there for that person and they being able to unload and
Yes.
you being free to let them in. That's
Yes, I
also
like
quite
that.
rewarding for the other person.
Yes. Space and presence to somebody.
Yes, presence.
I like that a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah. And as we like tap on ourselves and let go of our own triggers, then we can be more present for others
Oh,
Mhm.
because that gets in
absolutely.
the way.
So
Yes.
take
Hmm.
care of yourself first with the mask on the plane, right?
Yes. Yeah. Diane, did you find some more gifts that you could contribute with?
Um, yes, I used to have, well, when we moved a year and a half ago, but when we used to live in Saskatoon, I, we had a relatively big yard and I grew a lot of plants. Well, I would sell plants from the yard, but I also
Oh, wow.
give plants like to schools and things like that, or to
Oh,
teach.
that's,
Yeah, and I quite enjoy cooking and baking, but I give those as gifts even now, like just to our family doctor, made him some banana bread,
yeah.
or
Oh, that's a
when he's
gift.
not
Yeah.
feeling good, and I bring him a pot of homemade chicken
Absolutely.
soup, and yeah,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I do that quite a bit because I enjoy cooking for the most part, and I enjoy baking, and so yeah, for me it's not a difficult gift for me to do, and it's usually well received because who doesn't like homemade stuff, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And it's
Yeah.
always clean ingredients because we eat quite clean. We don't eat hardly anything processed, and I
Yeah.
have food restrictions, and so things are usually cooked from scratch at home. Basically, always cooked from scratch at home. So
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And then, it feels good to bring that joy to others.
yeah, and then yeah, people usually appreciate, well, they've always at least said they appreciated it. I always hope that it's something that, just because I like it does not necessarily mean someone else is going to enjoy the same tastes or flavors, but they've always been gracious. But those are things I share. And sometimes, again, when we lived in Saskatoon, once a year there would be a community cleanup where we would go up and down. People would donate their trucks and trailers and stuff, and we'd go up and down back alleys and streets and clean up the neighborhood in the park and take all the
Oh, wow.
bags and cans and bottles and whatever out of
Yeah.
bushes and shrubs and just clean up the area. So
I
those are
know.
things that we did once a year for a
Oh, that's
weekend.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I never thought of things like active listening being a gift, but indeed it is because I feel like
Yes.
it is when I receive that.
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
Exactly.
this came from my daughter. She's coming so often with a little bit of drama with her friends, with her
A little
besties,
bit of
and then
drama.
yeah, and then she'd just be with me for 1.5 hours, and I'll have, and to me it was like she's coming to me, then I have somehow to support her to
Yes.
kind of gear her out of that, because she was crying and she's saying no, she's not going to be my best friend ever again. I don't love her anymore. So, and then I'm looking at her, she's crying, so all this drama, and then trying to bring as the flip side, I mean, I have to go through this especially and teach her a lot of these things here, like what's there for me in this, what's the gift in this anyway.
Mhm.
And then when it's over and I'm already like, I have my throat, sore throat from speaking. And I said, Mom, you know what? I'm okay now, but next time, just let me cry. Don't interrupt me. Just let me be in that, and I'll get over it easily from this. So I said, oh my gosh. So I was just supposed to
Girl,
be there and listen and not try to heal
fix it.
something, or because she just needed to venture this, and like, and I say, yes, actually, just, silence, and I understand. And, just because that's what she said, you just have to say, I understand. Oh, I see. So, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a gift. Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing how much we
Yeah,
can learn
just
from
being
little
there.
kids.
And, oh, yes, yes, there's kids nowadays.
That's what I
Yeah.
tell my husband too sometimes. I say, I'm not asking for an answer. I just need to vent. So you don't have to
Yes,
try to fix it. Just
yes.
listen to me for a little.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you really feel like you are seen when they kind of they look at you and they nod with you, and this is just so much. I mean, this is just enough. This is just what we all need sometimes.
Mhm.
And yeah, good one.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. And then also when we give this gift to others, then we feel good and we'll give more of it. It's like we feel good to do more and more of it, you know, definitely.
And isn't it also about the mirror neurons? When we see them settling down and becoming, happier and more joyful, then we get this reward back, because this is just a
Yeah.
mirror for us.
Oh, absolutely. So true. So true.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. All right. Next one, retirement. And Diane could, yes, relate with that. But, as we're going to retire towards, we have to like think about what are we going to retire towards, because
Mhm.
some, sometimes people retire towards like nothing, So like
Yes.
think about what we're going to retire towards, what are we going to do? Like get excited about it. Get excited about, so there's a meaning to our life. There's
Mhm.
always, we can have a meaning to our lives even in the last moments of our life. So,
Mhm.
like,
This is not my last moment. Let me tell you that right now.
no, it's not. No, it's not. Definitely. So yeah, have a plan towards what we're gonna what we're going to retire towards, because that way we can stay excited towards life. Keep working towards that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So what are some things that, and Diane, I know you are already retired, but what are some things that you can look forward to it? Yeah, start this timer and just let me know when you guys are done. And did you find some new things?
Um, just putting him in writing.
Yeah.
One, being retired was a big fear, actually, because I am quite active and all of my life, almost my entire life, I've been working. So since I was 14, I've been working. And I was scared to retire because I never made a lot of money. And so we
Mhm.
always had to work more than one job. And because of that, people sometimes think of not having money as like whatever, well, you can't afford this or can't afford that. What they don't understand is it doesn't give you time for hobbies, doesn't give you time to do anything but work. And we also had a child later in life. I was almost 40. And that's why I
Hmm.
have a very young grandchild at my age because our daughter is going to just be 30 this year.
Yeah.
And so So all I ever did was work, and I knew how to work and I knew how to work hard, but I did not know how not to work.
Yeah.
And so
That's
retirement,
So well said. I did not know how not to work. I love this.
well, I
love it.
didn't because that was my life. And so retirement scared the crap out of me. But we both, my husband and I, and he's a little bit older, we both knew that we wanted to do a little bit of traveling. And so,
Yes.
um, but what the gifts that retirement gave me is I learned how not to work. I learned how to slow down, and I'm still learning. This year my goal is I just turned 69 a week ago. My goal is to learn to take care of myself at nearly 70 years old because
Love it.
I got the opportunity to put myself first, right?
Yes.
And so
Beautiful.
things that our plan was not necessarily, we didn't know that we'd have a grandchild, but boy, has that changed our life. It has changed. It's given me like,
Yes.
you know,
Oh,
so many gifts.
yes.
Um,
So sweet.
it is. It's just the most beautiful thing. And then to be invited to move into the city where they live because they live 6 hours away. And so
Oh,
both our daughter and our son-in-law invited us to move there so we could be closer to them and their family. Like, wow. So my retirement our plan wasn't what it turned into, but we could have never anticipated the gifts we got.
that's beautiful.
It
Yes.
is.
But there
So
is always a gift no matter what, right?
there can be if we sometimes we have to look pretty hard, but yes, we found a lot of gifts. So
Yeah.
we get to now have time to, and that was the other thing. I never had hobbies because I didn't have time to have hobbies. And so
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn to do things that I like, but that's part of that happiness thing. Well, what makes you happy? What do you like to do? Well, I don't really know what I like to do, but I like to walk, for example. So where we are in Mexico, the farmers market is about 45-minute walk away. So I walk there once a week. Walk there, pick up my stuff, come back. So it's like a 2-hour walk. I'd like to walk about 2 hours a day if I can. Um,
Sweet. Yeah.
yeah, walk in and get the sun. And what retirement has given me is some flexibility
Love it.
because my life had to be very structured and organized in order to accomplish all I needed to do in my 24 hours. And
Yes.
that's just the way it was. But now I get to have some flexibility. My favorite thing in the whole world is I can relax with my morning cup of coffee.
Oh,
I don't have to
yeah.
gulp down the rest in a
That's the
single mug and drive
saint.
off to work. Yeah.
That's
And
part of sanctuary
yeah.
rituals. I mean,
And
this is really, yeah.
sitting out on the deck and having a cup of coffee and not have to gulp it down and rush out the door. That's that is my most favorite thing. Or if I want to do
Love
something
it.
in bed when I wake up and
So,
do some stretches, I don't have to
Yes.
go to bed at 6 and throw on clothes and run.
Love it. Yes. Love it.
enjoy.
I
It
do.
seems to be the most beautiful part of your life, at least in this moment, right?
Yeah,
And
it is. Yeah.
enjoying the very I mean, when we say let's be in the moment, but being, I mean, capital letters, being with that coffee and not thinking of anything else, or just walking and being, just feeling the, feet walking and watching here and there. I mean, this is the being capital letters, and this is the whole meaning in life. Sometimes it's just amazing how simple it is. But
Yeah.
yes, when you had to work so many hours a day and sometimes more jobs, then of course there is no time for being. There is just time for doing, bringing, making,
Yeah.
Mhm.
all other verbs, right?
Yeah. And we can watch the birds in the morning, and sometimes there's
Oh,
humming, and we just sit there and you can sit there and not have to talk. The other thing that I've learned in retirement is I don't have to be perfect. Another thing that only took me a lifetime to learn. But, and it's a lesson I have to remind myself every day, but the house doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be clean and organized.
yeah. Right.
I'm bringing back point 10. Laugh about it. Oh, my house is a mess. Ha ha ha. So
Yeah.
it doesn't,
You
it
can
doesn't have
laugh
to be
about it.
perfect. Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought
Because,
about when you,
10 years from now wouldn't matter, if it was perfect right now.
Yeah,
No?
absolutely. And then if it's a perfect sunshine and a friend of yours is just, somewhere in the neighborhood, wouldn't that matter more than just cleaning the house? I mean, it's
yeah,
literally about prioritizing things that
yeah.
are with value and not just, yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, these are so
Absolutely.
important to remember.
That
Yeah.
is beautiful, ladies. Yes, I love them. Every bit of it. Diane, I mean, it sounds amazing because learning to have that in life, learning to, just sit and enjoy every moment and learning to, just walking and drinking that coffee and just,
Yeah,
and
and I,
finding that peace.
yeah, and finding the peace and having time for my husband too. I mean,
Yeah.
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 life is busy and you have, well, we just had one. We didn't have the two arguing all the time. But I mean, when we were on shift work and we would, so now we can have time for each other. And that's really nice too.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what are some of
Oh,
your plans
thank
for
you.
retirement?
For me, I want to just do more art and more learning. I don't know if it will change. Uh,
Right. Yeah.
same things probably, I feel like it's going to be the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I have more time for the learning. I love learning.
Yes.
I
Love
will be
learning.
a lifelong learner. Yeah.
Yeah. I love learning. Learning just brings me so much joy and happiness and just like it fires up my neurons and everything is like, yes, this is it. I learned something new. It just brings me so much
Yeah,
happiness to
and this
learn.
comes with passion when compared with school, when we had to get some subjects that were not of our interest because we all function differently, but we were
Yeah.
kind of forced by the system. Oh, you have to know algebra the same as like the top of the kids. But I hate it. I mean, I'm with the poetry, with the philosophy, with this. I can't make my head around, like wrap my hand around geography or geometry. But now, when we have this freedom to choose what our passion is, like more like
Mhm.
what we walk towards with passion, and then learning that thing and mastering that thing, it's a true freedom, and
Mhm.
Love
it's
it.
fulfilling.
No, it's so fulfilling. I call it adult education, because then we
Yes,
are doing it for
yes,
ourselves. I love
and
it.
that's who we are, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, let's see what else is there. Value. Changing your focus from having what you want
That's
to
number
wanting
13,
what you
right?
have. Yes,
Can
number
we have
13.
the back on the presentation on screen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah, I just changed. Okay,
Because I'm
there
taking
you go.
notes.
Yes, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. Okay, can you see it now?
There, yeah.
It's value,
Oh,
right?
I'm
Even
sorry.
Yes,
Going back.
important.
yes.
Yes. So
Mhm.
it's changing our
Okay,
focus
if you,
from having what we want to wanting what we already have.
yeah,
Because
that's a
sometimes we
beautiful.
just, yeah, sometimes we just focus on like, oh, I want this. Only if I could
Yes,
have this, only if they would, you know, do this
yes, what
because
we
so that
lack,
I could,
always in the lack.
always in the lack, to
Yeah,
to
we wanted
wanting
what we
what we
lack, but
already have.
actually,
Yeah. Yes.
right.
So appreciating our partner more because we have them, appreciating, our house more instead of like wanting the bigger and better, appreciating our car,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's broken down, even if it's falling apart, but if it works, whatever, things like that. So wanting what we have and then, brings us in the present and more joyful. So let's write down about some things. What could we value that we already have right now? And also what do we value them for? What is it about them or this thing that we value? Like, get specific. Hmm. So how was that for you? Anything new came up or just
I'll start with this one because what Dan was sharing about that retirement, the value of retirement and what she's coming to um, experience. I mean, the benefits and all. I'm actually for a long time not working. I'm even scared to say that number out loud because I had to pursue my husband's career path. So we moved countries for him to. He was
Mhm.
the provider, and I was the
Yeah.
caretaker of our children. And finally, we kind of settled back into our home country. And my kids are pretty big now and independent almost. They kind of don't use public transport and all, still young for that, but they could do on their own. And I'm looking for a job for a year or so. And I looked at this unemployment as heavy, a weight on my shoulders. I would
Mm.
just see, oh, I'm so like they don't want me, and there is no value in what I can give and contribute to the company or whatever. And now I'm helping myself to change the lenses here because it's something I'm learning to be a practitioner. So I'm soon to finish level 2 and then move into level 3. And it's my goal to help people with fast AFT. But until then, I said I need to work. I need to find this job. And I would carry this thing in the background, and kind of it was draining me of energy, because it would bring the negativity of it, like you're not good. The break, I mean, this lapse of time, it's too long. People would don't want you. And now changing, like I'm taking the value, because I still can do what Diane was just saying, and I'm doing this right now with my children, and they can watch me learning what the true value in life is. And eventually I grow to become a practitioner, and maybe I just start earning my own money and not depend on, some kind of going to companies or something. So to me, the biggest one here is see the unemployment still. It's not permanent, but make it, change the lenses and just take, so far, I still can enjoy that freedom. And because I didn't have to work, somehow my husband was able to provide for the whole family. So we were lucky. And I still can take this as a value, and not,
Yeah.
take that weight away from me and look at myself. Oh, because they say, oh, young people and all. And I was kind of moved into another pool of candidates. And I didn't like seeing myself as the second, second pool, not the priority pool.
Yes.
And I will take what Diane shared today and stay with this. And I say to myself, when the moment comes, I will have my job, and I will start and giving through my
Definitely.
efforts or what I'm good
I
at.
see, I
But yeah,
see,
this
I
is
see
my.
being a mom and raising the kids as one of the most important jobs,
Mm-hmm.
because you're
Oh yes, that's a
contributing towards their
non-stop job.
future. It
Yeah,
is.
no
I think
vacation at all.
it's
Not even
harder.
sleeps through night. Even this one, I
Yes,
still have my daughter walking and say, oh, I have a nightmare. Can I sleep with you? So it's still not ended for me with the
of course.
sleep through the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. Getting up and going to work is easier compared to being a mom because it's demanding. It's hard. You're taking care of living beings, these little kids.
Yes.
Being a mom is a hard job for sure.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it is indeed.
Yeah. And then it's just programming, it's a cultural programming that, if you're not, working and making money, you're like kind of
Yes,
worthless.
that
But it's
it's
not.
also,
Being a
yes.
mom is more important. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I do this self-talk, like kind of as you're saying, that it means that somehow the universe wanted me to watch them growing, because it was
Yeah,
difficult for them as well to adjust from country to country, being expat and all. They would go through difficult
Mhm.
sure.
breaking with their friends, and crying. It's all because of you. I don't see Anne any longer. So it
I
was a lot
know.
of talk, a lot
Sure.
of handling the. Yeah, it was quite exhausting. But and then I got here, say, okay, finally you can go and resume back from
Yes.
where you left it. But no, they don't take me back to where I left.
No.
So
Mm,
Yeah, I see lots of gifts in what you're doing and what you have. Like there's so
there's a
many
lot of
ways
gifts.
to invite your children's friends into your home that, if I was working, I couldn't have a bunch of friends in our home. But when
Yeah.
I wasn't working, that was one of the things I did. And so you can do that. And that's a wonderful way to contribute to the community because it's a safe house. It's a safe place for kids to go after school or if they need to go in the evening or just to want to.
mhm.
And, you
Oh
can have a
wow.
safe house for yourself. And the parents know it's a safe place.
And you just read my thought. It was just now with number 12. I said like about retirement, what I am looking forward to retire to. And to me, it's creating a mini after school with crafting for the preschoolers, because I'm right behind the preschool here. and just
Yeah.
teaching them how to knit or crochet
Yes.
or just and
Yes.
that's my goal when I retire and I get to that
Yeah.
But do it now
because also for parents.
with your children's friends.
Yes, totally.
Yes.
Yeah, and that brings, when we have meaning in our life, then there's none of those regrets, because this brings meaning to your life.
Mm-hmm.
And the other situation, you can always say, oh, this too is temporary. This is
Yes,
temporary.
Absolutely, yes. Temporary. This is a good word,
Yeah,
yes.
and
this
we can
too
say
shall
that for
pass.
so many. Yeah, this too shall pass. Exactly. We can say that for so
This
many
too shall
things.
pass. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because otherwise we like, oh, we just get full of resentment, right? We just get full of like,
Absolutely, yes. And as you said, and the culture and the society is also kind of
yeah,
lurking from behind the bushes, and it's
yeah,
difficult to wash that away and go to bed in peace.
yeah, exactly. Yes, absolutely.
And
All
you
right, let
will
me,
find when you make your retirement, make it there, you need so much less than you thought you did. We just
yeah,
do.
exactly.
You need
Exactly.
food and a
Yeah,
place to live and not really much more.
yeah, definitely. Yes. All right. I think that's a beautiful, just wanting what you have. All right. Spend time with younger children.
Hey, Rena.
Hmm. Speaking about.
Definitely. Yes, exactly. Because, spending time with younger children just brings us that pure creativity, the happiness, the letting things go. And, like you were talking, Rena, your kid, she just wants to cry and everything is the end of the world. But then, like, I just needed to cry. It's like, it's about learning how to just let things go, and, and making life play and relearn how to be a kid, teaching them something fun, doing art with them, or just doing something fun with them, it just brings us back to that childlike place, brings us happiness and
Yes.
joy. Yeah. So we can write down like what are a couple of things that we can do, a few things that we can do with children. And even if you don't, like some people may not have little children in their life, but maybe their friends have little children, or they could volunteer, go to a school and volunteer, just teaching
Mm-hmm.
them or just spending time with them, brings so much of that energy back to our life. How did that go for you guys? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My daughter is 23 and she's just so childish. So when I spend time with her, I feel like I'm back to being my
So sweet.
child self sometimes,
That's
So
nice.
yeah. Yeah. And then nephews and nieces, it's always fun to just play with them and learn and grow with them. Yeah. I love it. Okay. And then asking ourselves every day, since I know how to be happy and joyful, what will I do today to spread the emotional wealth of a happy life and engage those around me who need what I already have? can always ask ourselves that question because, as we worked on all these 14 points previous to that, we know how to be happy. We can create more of that. So how can I have more of that today and spread that and engage other people around me with that, bringing it to other people's lives.
That's good.
All right. Rena, you wrote that down?
I just snapped a shot because I didn't mention I needed to send an email. So, but I will write it down fully when I'm over.
And then it's also in my Substack article, so you can.
I didn't get that one. Could you just send it one here as a chat message because I wasn't quite. Yeah, and just put the link there, and I will save it right, or just I will open it right away, and I'll have it in the background.
So. That should work. Let me click on it. It doesn't have an HTTP.
I think you needed to do
space or something. HTTP.
Oh.
Let's see if that works.
Okay, now it's here. I'm going to try it right now.
So I'm just clicking on it. Yeah. So this is my Substack, ChangeThatChit.substack.com. So here's the article, Joy and Happiness.
Perfect.
So if you go to that.
Okay, I subscribed, so I will have
Thank you. Yeah, great. So it has I actually have like 20 points on it. So there's a few other things, just little things like turn on the music and dance with it, go outside in nature, enjoy the sunshine, and so yeah, there's those things. Okay, where is my other thing? It disappeared. Come on. Hold on, let me stop the share here. Okay, okay, stop share. There it is. Okay. Okay, let me find that thing again. Okay. Right. So let me just finish up okay, there it is. Okay. So, yep, that's pretty much it. May there always be joy, and hopefully we can find happiness and cultivate more of it because it's a habit. Happiness and joy is an attitude and habit that we can create and cultivate more of it. So tell me if there's any questions or any other insights that you guys have that we can chat more about.
Well, for me, it was very rewarding. Thank you so much for putting this all together. It's definitely something, kind of we take it as so basic, but if it's not in one single place, and if you don't remind yourself with this little thing, like with the post-it notes or just, armband or something, they really get lost because there are so many details. And now with just look at this life outside, so many things to distract you. And having this as a whole, and I see myself creating small, like I said, for a post-it note in the bathroom or on the fridge, and bring the keywords. And then how I'm thinking now how I create this kind of postcards, but kind of on a cardboard or something, and I stick this for my kids, and then we can play a game, then go with it, and okay, now this is yours, let's see how you're gonna do this over the weekend. And we take these rounds, and I mean, this is such a beautiful way so many ways how to take this with me. So thank you so much. It was really,
You're welcome.
really a very beneficial 1.5 hour, almost two.
Glad. Yes, I know, almost. How about you, Diane?
Um, Nothing else to add. No, this was wonderful. It was a nice way to start the day, nice way to start the
Great.
week. And again, like Rena says, and like you've said, it's a habit. And sometimes I forget to do the happiness joy habit. I have been
Yes,
avoiding a lot of the news and a lot of the negative Facebook comments and all of that because I can go down that rabbit hole, right? And then it's
yes,
to nobody's
It's
benefit.
pulling so easily, right?
It
yes,
does
it is.
me down, and then I can be upset about something I have no control over. And I
Exactly.
need to just deal with the things that I do have some control in my life. And if I don't, well, then I have to be able to let it go. And
Yes,
so this is a good reminder not only to just let things go, but to actually cultivate a life that includes elements of joy, happiness, moments of it, and a practice of it, not just
absolutely.
I feeling it when it comes along, but to actually cultivate a life that where it is part of the life as opposed to things that just happen on occasion.
Exactly. Yes, yes. We have to, yeah, the goal is to just be more in that space
Yes,
without it coming from external.
yes, exactly. And so this was a good reminder for me and a nice way, like I said, to start the weekend. And
Yes, that's great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, me too, definitely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
It's
All
it's
right.
also good for the night too, that is already 8 p.m. here for me, so I'm going
Oh,
in a very good
yeah.
state to bed.
oh, you'll
It's
have
a
a good
definitely a
sleep.
good state. Definitely,
Yes,
definitely.
I
Yes,
will.
yes. So
Thank you
I
so
wanted
much,
to finish
Rishti.
up. Yes, I wanted to finish up with a little bit of tapping for joy.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
Yes. So we can
Wonderful.
ask ourselves 0 to 10, 0 being no joy, to 10 being the highest state of joy. How much joy are we experiencing right now? Okay,
mm,
0 to 10.
nice,
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
very good 10 now.
it's a nice,
good,
For me, it's a very nice 10.
good.
mhm,
How about you, Diane?
probably an 8. Yeah, which is
Yes,
high for
good.
me.
That's good. 8. So like just notice that 8
Hmm.
and let's just give it a tap. So say, thank you, brain, for showing me what to let go of.
Thank you,
Thank you,
brain.
brain, for showing me what to do.
Showing you what to
That two feeling that's still there, I let it go.
That what feeling?
That two feeling,
Oh, the true feeling that's still there. I let it go.
let it go.
I let it
Time
go.
to let that two go.
Time to let that too go. Let it
Time to have 100% joy.
go. Time to have 100% joy.
Collarbone, I give myself permission
I give myself permission to
to
have
step
joy,
into the joy
to tap into that joy.
because that's my natural state of being.
And that's my natural state of mind.
Grab your wrist, take a nice deep breath, relax it all out, and say peace.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Now we can go back and check
Yeah.
0 to 10.
I think so. I think this is a 10.
Yes, me too, definitely. All right. Okay. You all have a wonderful, Rena, you have a good night, and Diane, have a wonderful
Yes,
rest of the
thank
day.
you. Thank you. It
Yes.
was an amazing experience. I'll
It was
definitely try
good
to
having you.
catch with you on Wednesdays or Fridays.
Yeah, definitely. And then the next one of these would be on January 24th. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to do it
Oh, this
twice a
very
month
one with happiness, you mean? I mean the same concept
with a
or?
different topic, a
Oh, okay,
different
different
emotional
topics.
intelligence topic. Yes.
But that will
Yeah,
be
and
on Mighty,
20
right?
In 2 weeks.
it may or may not be,
Oh, so how
but
do we
yeah,
follow then with the link on Substract, right? Or on your website, right?
yeah, there's
Yeah.
on the group work, there's a
Yep.
link so you can sign up for
Yes,
that.
yes. I will check that
Yes.
one.
Yes. And if you're on my newsletter, there's a newsletter link on my
Oh,
website
yes,
on
I will be
ChangeThatChit.
receiving it, right?
Yeah, so I send out like a weekly newsletter, so it'll have a reminder, okay, this is coming up, this one is coming up. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll be following just my name. Okay, wonderful. Thank you
Wonderful.
so
All right.
much.
You guys have a lovely
Have a
time
blessed
and
day.
have lots and lots of joy.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Bye-bye now,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Enjoy.
And
Bye-bye.
thank you, Diane, for sharing your stories. Were very, very inspiring, inspirational.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
Thank you,
too,
both
Rena.
of you.
You got lots
Thank
to
you.
laugh about, Rena. Just think about the
Yes.
time.
Okay, ladies.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.